Hello developers, welcome back to the channel. It's Chris from Moralis, and in this video we'll give you an introduction to what Moralis is, how it can help you, why it is the ultimate Web3 development platform, and why developers are using it for their applications. I've got some slides prepared for you, so let's jump into that now. When you think about it, all applications need to do exactly the same thing for their users. They need the ability to log the user in, they need to fetch the user's balances and transactions and their history, they need to be able to fetch smart contract events, get real-time alerts when something happens on-chain, build an index, for example, if the database changes, send assets and transactions. And that is pretty much the majority of what an application would do. So we're constantly finding that developers are coming into this space and trying to reinvent the wheel, do everything from scratch, which is completely the wrong way to go about this. So they go out and they get servers, they get RPC nodes, they go and get subgraphs, they build a team, they put a huge amount of time and energy and resources into building their APIs, but they find out that maybe they can't sync balances, they can't sync NFTs, they spend more and more money, get more and more bugs, and very quickly realize that interacting with an RPC node is a horrible experience. Simple fact is, you just cannot filter an RPC node, and more infrastructure will not help you do that. So it can take a lot of time to get any application to market by following this kind of process. So our advice to any developers that are doing it that way is don't reinvent the wheel. You just need a Web3 operating system instead. You need a solution where the work is already done for you. There's a packaged server solution ready straight off the shelf with a one-click launch, and a solution that can easily allow you to, for example, use it in iOS or Android development, or even in Unity game development, or even just standard JavaScript for regular applications. That's what you would need to save you some time so you're not having to worry about working on the infrastructure. And so now that's what Moralis is here to do, and that's what we want to focus on. So you can think about Moralis as being the Firebase of crypto. If you know Firebase already, then you'll understand quickly what the Moralis server can do for you. So all you'll need to do is go ahead and log in, and once you've logged into your Moralis account, then you'll have access to your servers, or you can create one if you don't already have one. And inside your server, you'll be able to bring up your database when you just click on one down here in the dashboard, which will take you to this. And as you can see, I've got 22 users that have logged into this application already, and it automatically pulls into my database the ETH balances, the NFTs, the token balances, all the transaction history, and I have some custom tables which I've created in an application separately. But all of that data is ready to use with just one line of code. Let me show you some examples. What you'll need to do in your application is log your users in, and that can be done with just one line of code. Once they have logged into your application, getting transactions from the database, one line of code. Getting the ETH balances, one line of code. Getting ERC20 token balances, one line of code. Getting NFT balances, you got it, one line of code. That will return you an object of data, and you can use that data inside your application however you would like to do. So rendering that information can be done very, very easily using Moralis. But there's more. You can send assets with just one line of code. You will be able to send Ethereum or Matic or BNB, one line of code. For sending ERC20 tokens, one line of code. And the same for NFTs. All of these powerful functions can be written with just a single line of code by passing in some options, and all of that is explained for you in our incredible documentation. Even our plugins can be installed with just one line of code. At the moment, we have a DEX plugin, which allows your users to swap tokens like they would get if they used a service like 1inch or Uniswap. We have the OnRamper plugin, which will enable your users to buy crypto straight from your application, which can be installed in your app with just one line of code. And there are so many other features which we will cover through this tutorial series that are available to you with just a small amount of JavaScript embedded into your application. That's the power of Moralis. You should not be focusing on infrastructure, guys. It's a waste of time. You should be focusing on what your users want from the application that you're looking to build. Use a packaged solution, and that's exactly what Moralis is offering you to use. So go and use our documentation if you're looking to implement this into your application already. Our documentation is fantastic. Our support is fantastic. You can find out more from our community section regarding forum and Discord channels. And if you want more information about what Moralis is, then watch this video here by Ivan. But in the next video, we're going to be looking at spinning up our first server and getting started.